Hey ho, dear ones. Today we have another Inside Soul Blueprint episode where I'm talking to soul clients who have signed up for my signature certification program, Soul Blueprint, and we're exploring what motivated them and uncovering all sorts of magical things within the conversation. And that is certainly what unfolded in today's conversation. But before we get to all of that, I would love to share with you a listener review. And this review is a 5-star review titled Life Changing, brought to us by T. Pritchard 4. And she says, if I could, I would give you more than a 5-star review. Aw, thank you so much. This podcast is more of an entire galaxy of stars. Oh, I love that. 200 episodes of helping people heal, teaching of connection, and being a go-to for spiritual guidance. I come back again and again for guidance and lessons surrounded by love. Aw, I'm so happy you're feeling it. My favorite are the daily invitations and the heartfelt messages that just seem to hit when you need them most. Thanks for bringing in the light. You are so welcome, and thank you, T. Pritchard. I happen to know this reviewer. She's an amazing person who is actually going to be on Soul Guide Radio here in a few weeks. We're recording a soul session. So thank you so much in advance for giving this podcast some love. If you too, dear listener, would like to give this podcast some love, head on over to wherever it is you listen, hit subscribe, and you will find a link to leave a rating and review. Let me know specifically what you received from an episode. Give me your feedback. I'd love to know, and I will read your precious words on the air. Today, we're going inside Soul Blueprint and talking about owning our gifts with the amazing Nadine Bonk. So why don't we go ahead and get right to it? In today's episode, I chat with Nadine about why she joined the latest cohort of Soul Blueprint, and we unpack how she first got triggered when I asked her to come on the podcast and what we did to release the resistance. We'll end on an invitation that will have you connecting to your own spiritual gifts to boost your confidence and own your worth. So please stay with me until the end. Hey there, Soul Guide Circle. We are a global community of soul-guided leaders, coaches, healers, and entrepreneurs. In the Soul Guide Circle, we're inviting in our spiritual gifts to get our clients even more results and transformation to create a big referral buzz. Find a link to join our closed Facebook group at AllisonScammell.com or in the show notes. Today, I talked to Nadine Bonk about why she joined Soul Blueprint and a whole lot of other things. When I first asked her if she would consider coming on the show, she didn't respond right away, which is totally fine. I never thought anything of it. I know she's busy. And then she responded with a simple, yeah, sure, I'll do that. And then when we get to record, she says that I really triggered something inside of her. And what I had said to her when I asked her if she wants to be on the show is, I said, hey, look, Nadine, I love your energy. I think you're an amazing fit for Soul Blueprint. I'm so thrilled that you're going to be part of the next cohort. And I would love to attract 100 more light workers just like you. And I don't flatter. I only tell the truth. So I was just really literally speaking from my heart. And she felt that. She felt that I was speaking from my heart. But what it triggered in her is, why would she want to attract someone like me? Why would she want to attract more people like me? And it was her shadow talking and her wounding. So we started to talk, we unpacked everything, we started to release this shadow, and you can see actually the transformation in the conversation. And then Nadine just starts to step into her power. She steps into owning her work. She starts to talk about the work she feels passionate about doing in the world. Somatic yoga, movement of the body, allowing your body to move in the directions that it feels called. And as I was sitting there listening to her, I'm in the process right now of trying to find a new yoga studio. And I'm thinking to myself, like, where could I go? What am I looking for? Like, who can I talk to get a recommendation? And now Nadine lives far away from me, so unfortunately, she can't be my week to week yoga instructor. But as I was listening to her talk about her genius, and it just naturally came alive and it just naturally started to flow out of her. I just said to myself, oh my God, she's the yoga instructor I've been looking for. She's the one. Everything she said, I just kept saying to myself, oh my gosh, that's what I've been looking for. That's what I've been looking for. And all we had to do was identify that she was in shadow, shift her out of shadow and into light. And all of a sudden, she came alive. So I'm very excited to share with you my conversation with Nadine, where we talk about all manner of things that I really believe you're going to receive so much from it. Hi, Nadine. How are you doing?
Hi, Alison. I'm fine. Thank you. How are you?
I am great, and I'm so happy to be chatting with you. And I invited you on the show to just share with us a little bit about what inspired you to sign up for Soul Blueprint. And I asked you that question a few days ago, like, hey, do you have a minute for us to chat about this? And it really triggered a lot within you, this
It
question,
did.
like, why are you joining? Can you say a
It
little bit
did.
about what it stirred up inside of you?
Yeah. Okay. Thanks for letting me share this again after I told you all about this. Yes, this invitation triggered many things in me. So when you asked me, oh, can I share information about what did you say? You said, can I share why I was inspired to sign up for the program? And you would love to find other women like me to join. My first reaction was actually, oh my God, who in their right mind would want to find somebody like me? Why would she find somebody else like me? And that was my initial reaction. And I hope you find people who are a bit more together than me eventually. Joking. So that was my first reaction that got triggered. And when I thought about it, I felt very honored being asked to share and being part of the program and being invited to inviting others like me. And so there must be something behind me. So lots of self-doubt behind signing up for the program, lots of fear about being good enough, being interesting enough to be asked this question. So this was all triggered when you
Yeah.
initially asked me to.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing that. And another thing you said is one of the things that did draw you to the program is me, in the sense that you and I have worked together a little bit in the past, and feedback you received, or feedback you had mentioned to me, is that I see something in you that you sometimes have a hard time seeing in yourself. And I just want to share for a moment from a place of just like love and pure truth and honesty. I don't flatter people. I don't believe in flattery. In fact, one of the things that I really, 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 and I am a super tolerant person. Like it takes, I'm a projector. Sorry, I have a setup for this because I'm making a point here. I'm a projector. Projectors have a very limited amount of energy. So we don't do drama. We don't get mired down. We literally don't have the energy for it. So I don't do drama. Very little bothers me except for fakeness or things that aren't genuine. I have no time for that. I'm just like, if it's not real, I don't want to be part of it. So I'm speaking from this very real, genuine place that Nadine, you have like these incredible gifts, and I can see in your family lineage you come from a long line of healers and intuitives. And one of the things that we uncovered from a little bit of working together and your human design chart is you have this like very powerful connection to your spiritual gift of leadership, which is this true essence, our being, our embodiment, without masks, filters, hiding. And we all have masks and filters and hide, but when we peel that away, what is left but our being, and just being. And as you had mentioned it to me, it feels like your bare feet in the grass. And so I just wanted to reflect that back to you like this amazing, powerful light that I experience when I'm with you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. And you pointing out that you don't do flattery, so this makes it even more valuable because sometimes there's this doubt. So why is she flattering me? Was she, what is she trying to make me do by this flattery? But at the same time, I felt that it was not manipulation or flattery and that it was honest. And that's why it's so special to work with you. As I said at the beginning the other day, I don't feel that I need to apologize to you for the way I'm reacting in a certain situation. I don't need to explain. And if I do feel like explaining, it's just as a reflection of finding depth or something inside me that I hadn't discovered before. And feels so valuable and so amazing to be seen and heard. And yeah, to have a reflection back like a mirror and somebody trusting you and seeing you. So that feels absolutely amazing, Alison. So thank you for that.
Oh, I'm just going to receive that. Thank you. The other thing I would love to talk about is your vision. You'd mentioned that you've been feeling a little stuck lately and you're not really, it just doesn't feel very clear. But,
Mm.
and then when you were telling me about your vision, as I received it, it felt very clear. And I would just love for you to share a bit about what you are dreaming to launch into the world with, you'd mentioned, some of the coaching, somatic yoga online courses. I would love to hear more about some of these dreams, even if it doesn't feel all crystal clear in the moment. What feels passionate and exciting for you?
Yeah, what feels passionate and exciting, and what's the vision? So my vision is the essence, the true essence of what's important, what I want to share with people is the fact that and it sounds so simple, so I'm still a little bit afraid of saying it loud, to be honest, but I'm getting there. So thank you for giving me this opportunity. Um, what I want to share is the fact that I'm enough. It's enough to just be. And that's the same for you and for all of us. So I've been a yoga teacher since 2008. I've been sharing all kinds of different practices in yoga and somatic experiences. And what I've been feeling in my own body, in my own life, in my relationships, I think we all have doubt about ourselves. Are we good enough and beautiful enough and clever enough? And do we have enough training and information to do what really? And when it comes down to whatever situation you are in, at the end of the day, yes, you are enough. I'm enough. And it sounds so simple, but for me, it's just so profound. What I've been seeing, like mostly working with women, we all have complexes about our physical body, about our reactions, and about our capacities. And when it comes down to seeing in these women, in these people, hi, you're enough. You're amazing. You're great already. You're doing your best, and that's enough. And that can already shift so many things. But most of us don't see it. We need somebody, we need a mirror, we need a person to say, hi, I can see this in you. I can see the beauty in you. I can see you, and you're enough and you're beautiful. And you are definitely doing this for me, Alison. So thanks again. And my vision or my passion is to be this mirror to other women, to see themselves and to see the beauty and the capacity and the love within themselves.
I'm also just going to take a second to receive that vision. It's so beautiful. It's so penetrating. And it's something I mentioned to you before, Nadine, but I want to say it again. And that is how something simple like you are enough, it's simple, but that's what we need. If it gets too complicated, we can't integrate it. We can't incorporate it. That's my
Totally.
frustration with some spiritual teachers. They say stuff that we know feels good and it feels inspiring. And I think it's true. It feels true, but I have no idea what they just said, and I have no idea how to integrate it into my experience. And so we need simple, but it's also extremely profound. And there's also so many people who are suffering from not feeling the enoughness.
Yeah.
And
And
so
it's really the basis of everything else. So if I say that I'm enough and I love myself and I accept myself the way I am right now. That doesn't mean that don't want to improve physically, emotionally, mentally, that I don't want to learn new things and make new experiences, not at all. But once I sort of reach out from a space of, oh my God, I'm rubbish, I'm not good enough, and I will never be good enough. And then there's this mental loop and going on and on and on and on. And then whatever we add on will always have a foundation of doubt and foundation of not enough. So let's feed the foundation of our beingness by being.
That's it. You just said it. It's our foundation. And if we don't have that solid foundation, we can't jump up, we can't fly, right? We can't
Exactly.
we can't spring up.
We won't even know where, in which direction we want to develop, or in which direction we want to create strengths and learn new skills or create new experiences if we don't know from the root of our beingness what makes us feel us, what you're like actually, what makes me feel good. And so many people don't know this. So many people, when you say to them in a yoga class, okay, for 1 minute, just listen to your body and do whatever feels good to your body. People just look at you. And I think it's such a shame. So it's been a while that I've been integrating this. Just a minute. Close your eyes. Everybody closes their eyes and just feel into your physical body. What does your physical body, well, realistically need right now? Do you want to lie down? Do you want to stretch out? Do you want to be on your belly? Do you want to stretch a certain part? Do you want to exhale? Do you want to touch your belly or your thighs or your head? And people just look at you and we don't know what we need. We don't know what makes us feel good. And how can we say, I'm going into a certain direction if you don't know where you're starting off from?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting, Nadine. We were talking earlier and we were tapping into your higher self, and your higher self was saying, you're already there. You're already there. Just be in this state more. And this state we're talking about was this being, this toes in the grass feeling.
Mm.
And then your higher self said, write from this state or speak from this state. And I feel like you just did it. And it's so interesting as the person listening here live in the moment, and there'll be more listeners once this episode gets released. I'm just like being activated by you, absolutely activated. And it's very funny what you should say because I'm always very frustrated by yoga instructors who don't let me do what you just said. And I feel like I have to sit there and do what she says and what the whole room is doing. And if I don't comply, then I'm the naughty student of the class. And I literally have been looking for a yoga studio and instructor that gives you this opportunity, even if it's just for a few minutes at the start of the class, to just allow your body to move in the directions that it wants to move. And I'm sitting there thinking, oh my God, I wish I had Nadine as my yoga instructor. And I wish I'm wanting to receive from you. Like your gift, you just like stepped into your gifts. You just literally did what your higher self just called you to do. And now, me as the receiver, I'm just sitting here activated and wanting more.
Thank you.
And we call this your buffalo steps, my word for homework. So you already are done, like you already fulfilled your buffalo steps. That's a pretty darn good student.
Very efficient. Yeah. Very
Yeah.
efficient. Very efficient. So back to being then. Back to being. Back
So
to being.
beautiful. So beautiful. Ah, I'm just gonna take a moment myself to like just kind of sink into this energy. It feels so good. I'm just gonna myself be in my being and see what wants to come next. Yeah, so I'm just feeling called to share the ways that Soul Blueprint can support Nadine on her path is to continue to help her cultivate this vision, continue to help her to cultivate her connection to her higher self, which she already has, but just to cultivate that even deeper to make it more of a trust bond, more detailed information coming through that she doesn't second guess anymore. She just receives. That's my higher self talking. And then really giving you more tools on your path, which you already have. So I'm just giving you a few more to release those fear blocks when they arrive or recognize the fear. We were talking about fear too, like recognizing it when it arrives and releasing, but also moving with the fear. And that's okay because that's part of growth. But then just releasing those other blocks that no longer serve you. And Soul Blueprint is really going to give you many different techniques to release fear blocks, but also decondition some of the conditioned thoughts that we live under. And then really move into that visioning of you already have a very clear vision. So continuing with that visioning and that tapping in to the frequency of your vision, that bare feet in the grass vision. How can we be more and more in that frequency today? And that magnetizes your experience around you. So it gives you a more and more aligned physical reality. And then tapping into your spiritual gift of teaching, which is your unique genius. So taking all those powerful gifts you have of the somatic yoga, the coaching, packaging it together in an amazing online course, but in a place of ease and flow. So it doesn't even feel like efforting, it's just all coming together. And lastly, and maybe most exciting for you, Nadine, is spiritual gift of leadership. And that is just being in this true essence and knowing that's enough. And in fact, knowing it's so much more than enough, it's actually our most powerful way to be. So it's enough and it's really, really powerful. And I just want you to know I feel so grateful. And I said a little prayer to my divine guidance team to say thank you for connecting me with Nadine. She is a
Oh,
beautiful soul and is just
thank
going to
you,
make this
Alison.
experience all the better.
Thank you, Alison. Can I just finish by saying I'm really looking forward to starting the program in a couple of weeks' time. And as I said to you, I signed up to the program from a point of intuition and trust without looking at the details, which is the way that I function. And I'm looking forward to the program, particularly now, because I just realized again how amazing it is to actually say things out loud in a like-minded community where there's no fear of being misunderstood and to feel your energy being reflected back and to receive the information or the sharings from others. There's so much value in this. And in terms of spiritual experiencing and emotional processing. I've been working on all this kind of stuff for years, and but it is a lifestyle. It's maintenance. It's like cleaning your house, cleaning your teeth, and things evolve, and there are so many influences from the outside world, people and energies and situations, and we keep getting dust in the corners. And it's very important to keep clearing it out physically. So I teach this in my classes physically to keep the body healthy. But from a spiritual, energetic point of view, we have to do our energetic maintenance regularly. And it's so much easier if we can do this together. And if somebody takes your hand and gives you tools and you broomstick to clean out some corners to find the last bits under the hidden
Yes, yes,
area.
beautifully
So,
said.
yeah,
Beautifully said. Yes. And one of the key principles, and we can just close out on this, one of the key principles I teach in Soul Blueprint, really at the heart of the program, it's a continual, we're on this path of continually returning to our alignment of the moment.
yeah,
And we're always going to get knocked out of alignment. It's part of being a human being.
always, always.
Always. Like
Yeah.
there's no way. That's how
Because
we grow.
we
That's
don't
how
want to be stuck in the center. We don't want to stuck anywhere. So we keep floating in and out. Yeah.
So it's exactly, it's about having the toothbrush, the right toothbrush and toothpaste and facial wash and all the
Exactly.
things, right, that we would use to maintain our physical body. What are those spiritual tools to help us maintain our energy body, our connection to the divine, and our alignment? And Soul Blueprint just gives you a series of very, very accessible tools and techniques and processes to always enable you to find your alignment in any given moment. And when you're always returning to your alignment in the moment, that accelerates your alignment to the bigger things in life, accelerates the things that you really want to be experiencing coming into your experience and the opportunities and the people and the resources and the income and all the other things. It magnetizes it into your experience.
That sounds amazing.
Yes, it is amazing. It is
I'm
amazing.
excited. I'm so excited.
Yay! Me too. Me too. Thank you so much for sharing your amazing wisdom. And this episode was so much more. People are going to receive so much from this on so many different levels. And I think like the biggest takeaway here is just this message of we are enough. And the way you described it was so powerful and penetrating. And I received that myself. And I know that the listeners are going to receive that as well. So thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you so much, dear listener, for tuning in. I'm so grateful for you each and every week. Listen, if you're looking for a mentor, if you're ready to set your business up so that you're creating offers that really gets your clients the type of results that are so profound, they have to talk about it to their network. And that inspires the very people who need your offers on a soul level to get into contact with you. And so the results you get for your clients becomes your greatest marketing tool. This is what Soul Blueprint is going to set you up for. Above all that, though, Soul Blueprint is really about you, your spiritual journey, your relationship with the divine, you getting more fluent in your intuitive languages, you getting clearer and more aligned to your big soul mission, you getting a clearer vision and more attuned and aligned to your visions of higher success, you totally and completely moving into the full potential of your unique genius and you being your true essence without the masks, filters, or hiding. This is what you learn in Soul Blueprint. Enrollment is open for the fall cohort. If you are getting a heart nudge, a heart curiosity, book some time to chat with me. If you're at a heart yes, go ahead and enroll, and I'm going to welcome you with love. But I'm really looking for the soul-guided coach, healer, writer, artist, entrepreneur who's looking to amplify their spiritual gifts, who's looking for a mentor on their path, a spiritual mentor who also knows a heck of a lot about business, who's looking to get their clients that next level result to really start a referral buzz churning so that you really start to set yourself up for a beautiful inflow, in alignment, referral-based business that is a consistent source of joy and revenue. And it's a place where you can just find your soul alignment because you're giving what you feel called to give to the people you most feel called to give it to. Again, learn more and enroll at AllisonScammell.com/soul blueprint. You can find that link in the show notes, and I look forward to going on this magical soul blueprint journey with you. And as always, until next time, may your soul guide the way.